Okay. So remember, guys, sorry, Chromebooks. Down on the floor. Okay, up. Victory, what did I just say?
This is mine.
I think it's Stuart.
I don't think so.
Okay. You want someone to you?
Bro,
You like someone you can want?
eat it.
Not that you think. Okay, so we are time to be quiet and silent. Okay, it's time to start the presentation. Okay, so are you going to be able to handle? Okay, I am taking note if you're interrupting talking. All you guys got to do is watch the presentation. If you have a question, you're waiting until you're called on after the improved side. Okay. So that's the appropriate time to ask a question. Between, yeah, we could talk a little bit, but we don't need to take that much time in between each presentation. Okay. We did have one presentation already. I'll show you a picture of that. Otherwise, we'll get started with pencil operation 2.0. Okay.
1.0 is not here.
You said that. Okay. So focus on the positive here, guys. Okay. So team 3 coming on up. Okay, Mason.
Oh, my leg.
Okay. So guys.
Yes. Is Caitlin?
Okay.
Any mine? No, we're gonna use mine. Does it have notes in it? Oh yeah. Hello.
I don't.
So I guess this is a little bit ago when Braden did it for us. Okay, working through the engineering design process.
Can you see me?
All the flaps up there.
Okay,
Yeah. Start up there.
so there's way too much little turning and talking right now, guys. The video, we are going. Okay, so what was the problem that you guys were trying to solve?
So the problem was that everyone, it takes a long time for everyone to find pencils when they get to class. So we designed a pencil holder that just goes right onto your notebook so you can keep it with you wherever you go. And another problem is that some kids are actually being late to class and getting tardies. So then they're missing instructions at the beginning of class as well.
Okay, so what do you guys do for investigating meds and like research and brainstorming to solve this problem?
So to brainstorm, we came up with 3 ideas. So the one idea that I thought would work is getting like a straw, in particular like a milkshake straw because they're wider, and then sealing off one of the ends and taping it to the notebook, and then you could slide your pencil in and out of that.
Okay.
Another idea that we had was actually a cardboard version of that. It could hold 2 pencils, and actually Joey made a model of it. It had like this thing that went down and a toothpick that would go. Like a nice laughing system. The one that we finally come up with is this one, which is not complete yet. You could take it on and off because there would be Velcro on the back, and there would be a cover that would go over and have a Velcro, so you can take that off and on. And this one, I think, can hold up to 7 pencils or pens.
Okay. So what were some different things that you wanted to make sure that your pencil holder could do?
We wanted to make sure it could go upside down in shape without the pencils falling out. We also wanted to make sure it was sturdy enough so it doesn't come off, but it's easy to pull off.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So how'd you make it?
We made it out of cardboard and we made it out of hot glue too.
I'm getting the Velcro tonight, so I can do it. I'm actually gonna put the model on my actual thing. I want it.
Have you tested it out? Or what would you do if you tested it?
See if the pencils would come out if we hold it upside down, and see if it was easy to take off or it was hard to take off.
And we would put it on there and carry it around and use it for a few days to make sure that it works. And we would improve it if it did not work,
Okay.
which we still have not really tested it.
So at this point, what's your improve or next steps here?
Our next steps is basically turning it into like a different color, because we all know that no one likes the color of cardboard. Practically no one.
Okay.
If you do, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Another step is to actually get the Velcro, and we need to get the lid on so that it doesn't come off, like we said.
Like I said, I will
Sounds
get
good.
this
Yeah,
up.
yeah. You don't need to argue. Okay. Is there anything else you want to say before
No.
some questions?
All right, questions, anybody?
Papa.
Okay, it's like, why don't, instead of the Velcro, because that's a bit small, why don't you just hot glue the whole thing on there and then.
But then you couldn't be able to take it on and off.
Like, let's say you have
What if you
several,
want-
Okay, we don't need to argue.
several notebooks, and you have one that you use for one like month, another one that you use for the next month, and the other one. Well, instead of having to make a whole new one, and you fill up a notebook, you can just take it off, get some more Velcro, and put it back on.
And okay, Olivia.
So I'm kind of a bit confused on the whole thing because the like let's say, because I mean I asked you this too.
Yeah.
I just want to see if you have like a different response about like you have like your Chromebook, and Joey said that sometimes you wouldn't want to dig through it, but I mean you have the little loops to put the pencils or
But
pens.
some people don't.
He don't.
But some people
But you
don't.
guys have the
You have the thing, but
We have a little packet, but
Some people
but we're
don't.
thinking some people don't bring their Chromebook to like class maybe, but they have to use their notebook.
and PD's class, for example, we keep our notebooks in the drawer. Why even try to remember to bring a pencil every day to class when you can just
It's
put
waiting
this
for
on
you.
and you can just put it in there, and then the pencils are waiting for you.
Yeah. Well, one more question.
Rosalind.
We are
We
going
have
back
not
to-
finished the cover yet, but cover is supposed to go like this and have a little Velcro so you can take it on and off. So that.
Okay. So, and how about can I take a picture? And while we're doing that, let's give them a round of applause.
Hopefully we'll have the sensation.
If this was a real thing, how much would you sell it for? And like that shouldn't be.
Smile.
Maybe you can get more stuff here tomorrow.
Yeah.
And make sure.
Get off me.
Yeah.
You have different sizes, so it's like say if I
Olivia, Leah.
Would you make it? If this is
Shoes.
Good job.
Somebody steal my chair.
and I guess
Got the rainbow shoes.
Second
I could take them. Oh, so that's why I don't have it.
You paid for them.
Oh my gosh, I missed it.
Okay. So,
Whoa.
you don't need your view. You can separate. Okay. So, Olivia and Leah, what was the problem that you're trying to solve there?
Well, actually, a lot of people customize shoes for a living, but they cost a lot of money because of all the work that goes into them, and the shoes themselves usually cost quite a bit of money. So our idea was, have a store called Walmart and all other places.
It's like if you go to Walmart, like these shoes that I got were like $14, and then I got paint, but like you can just make them yourself, and it's not a lot of money.
As much as money. Like a lot of people like to customize Air Force Ones, perhaps, and those cost $90 a piece. And you could just buy, your Walmart Air Forces, and you could just paint them.
Okay. So, what did you all want to do? Like, what were you considering for the painting then? Imagine part of it.
Well, I love colorful shoes in general. I think, they add a nice touch. So I really like the color block idea. So that's just kind of what I did. I just kind of used all different colors that I thought would go good together, and then, threw them onto the shoes.
And then what I just did like a simple one because I don't want one like very bright, but like they're neon paint. But like I did like little flowers like all around the whole thing, and yeah.
Another nice part is it, you do it yourself is you can put them to how you would like it, and not as, let's say there's a pair of shoes that you want and you like them, but then they're not exactly to how you would want them. And another reason is a lot of people, like I was saying, don't, have a ton of money, and let's say they want customized shoes, just make them yourself.
So, you painted these, like, how did you paint them? Like, what was-
So what I did to mine, I put tape around mine. And then I just got like a paintbrush and some paint. And then first I had to like test it first on like a paper to see how I wanted to look. And then I actually started doing it like on one side and then like the same thing pattern on the other side and do it to the same shirt.
And then what I did for mine is, like I said, I picked out the colors. I kind of had to, think about like what color I want on each, and I taped it. But so yeah, I just picked out, I chose the colors, and I kind of tested it at first to make sure it was the correct color I would really want it to be on the shoes, and yeah, it turned out to be fine. Something I would do to improve the design, that at least in my opinion, is I was going to try to clean up the lines a little bit because they're not the best because I'm not a professional painter or anything. But I was going to, but then I didn't have a lot of time to because I was in a rush. But
And how I would improve mine was like probably like it won't be like so like sloppy like flowers as you can see because I just put it down. And I would make the flowers a little bigger so you can see them.
a way that we would test them is probably go around the class and ask people if they would be
Is my Chromebook in here?
if they would be interested in perhaps buying them. Let's say if they were up for sale.
Sorry about that. Keep her moving on. You're
My bad. She's small, please. I like the haircut.
keep her moving, dude.
Keep them moving.
Okay, I'm sorry about that.
It's okay.
Okay, so you got the test, and you guys did say some improvement. Anything else you want to say before some questions?
And what I did like first, I did take out the laces so I won't get them like I don't know like dirty. And or you could do like tie dye these like
That's
so,
what I was thinking.
or like get like make them a really bright color, or you can get like laces that like from a store and like neon orange. Put those.
A part that I actually really liked about being able to do it yourself is it's kind of fun to just be able to create your own thing and say it's actually like yours, like, oh yeah, I did this, yay.
And like it's not a lot of
Yeah, and it's much cheaper than, let's say like $140 shoes that were customized.
That's prize right there. Okay. Okay. So, you ready for questions?
Yeah, there aren't. Hickory.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Couldn't you just paint the laces the
Uh,
color you want?
I was thinking about that, and then Leah actually though reminded me they can get crusty.
Like
If you
they
do
can-
that, they would feel really weird in that. So I just decided not to. I was actually like just about to do that,
and they were
and then Leah was like, "No, you probably shouldn't do that."
then they will like dry up and then like if you do
Yeah.
this, it would, like
Makes sense.
But otherwise, no. That's a good idea.
any
Mason.
I have a few questions. First one is since you painted the shoes, won't they get like a little crusty and stiff?
What I did, I actually got fabric paint, so
Oh.
it would been easy. But
If you are concerned about that, I'm not very concerned about that because this paint I've used it before and it's always stayed well on things. This is almost kind of I feel like a material that is almost on a canvas, just not as bumpy. So that's kind of why I chose the shoe because the paint would stay well. But if you are worried about that, you could always use you could go to a crafting store and use like the clear coat to make it like stay better and maybe make it stay better if you were concerned about that.
And another question is I have, if you sold these, how much would it be?
Well, first of all, probably want to see how much it costed in general. I would say maybe these would cost maybe $25, $30.
Less than my shoes.
But yeah.
Any other questions?
Give them a round of applause.
my shoes are awesome. These are the shoes that I would wear.
They take over this.
That's why I was a bit scared. I was like,
Yeah, because you like
Okay,
angling it
we
down
have
too.
a real.
Stop.
What's the food?
I have a couple more. Is there any
What are you allergic to?
Last week you said you were allergic to pancakes.
I'm allergic to pancakes.
I can't even see them.
Okay. So, we're doing good. We do have 3. We don't. Our Addie and Rose need. Roz, okay, are gonna be on after Kayla, Carly, and Sophie. So we're doing fine. We got an hour left in class. Okay. So. So what was the problem you're trying to solve?
Well, people can be really picky eaters usually, and we want to make something that hopefully everyone would like.
Okay. So what do you guys do for investigating magic?
Basically looking at like good foods and good desserts that taste well that most people will like, and we found Oreo truffles, and then we like looked up some recipes, and we found like this cream cheese recipe. So that's how I found what to do for maker.
Okay. So what specifically did you want in this recipe, and then how'd you make it?
Oreos were like the main idea, the main thing, and all we did was crush up some Oreos, like a whole pack, and then we took a pack of cream cheese and we stirred it all together, and then it made like this dough, and we let it sit in the fridge overnight.
And then what'd you do with the dough?
We just so we took like, I don't know what it's called, like you scoop cookie dough up with it, and we did that. Just the dough that we had made with Oreos and cream cheese, and we scooped it into little balls. They're
Okay.
not perfect, but
Are they covered? It looks like they're covered. Is what I'm saying. Or is it? No?
No.
Oh, okay. Just a second. How you doing? Okay, so, have you tested them out then? Like, what are you looking
Yes.
for?
We before Make It Fair, we all got together and did this one other time to make sure they tasted good, and then we let like our parents and siblings try them, and they said they liked them.
Okay. So how would you improve? What would you do next?
I would probably like melt chocolate and like dip them in the chocolate and have like a chocolate coating on them because right now they're just like bare, and probably add some like sprinkles or nuts or something like that.
Okay. Anything else you want to say before some questions?
No. Hard crust.
Do we get to eat them?
Yes.
Lydia?
Oh,
So, my main question is, I know you're trying to say like, trying to make something that everyone would like. The problem, like my question is, I don't know if it's a problem to you or whatever. What would happen with the people, like let's say, who have allergies or who don't like them?
Does anyone have allergies?
I do.
You already know that there's
It does.
well, I don't know of anyone that's allergic to Oreos or cream cheese. So
I didn't think so. I was just wondering in case you added like the nuts or anything like that to
then we
improve.
probably would make
Sure that
one that was not with like that, or two that was not with nuts. Because if you're allergic to nuts, make two that were not with nuts. People that were allergic.
Okay. I don't know if you said it or not, but did you try them?
Yes.
Do you like them?
Yeah.
what if somebody's lactose intolerant?
Oh.
Huh? We would ask them first.
Yeah.
We would
So there's
ask
nothing
them
there. Okay. There's mostly cheese, and some people that are lactose intolerant actually are okay with cheese. But anyway, looks like we're done with the questions. So let's give them a round of applause. We'll take
how many did you make?
Enough for the whole class.
Yeah, but Susie's brother or somebody's
You wanna
brother.
take them with us?
No, brother.
Yeah.
Decided to eat too.
Yeah, that's funny.
But luckily we have like my mother.
How old is he?
Ada, are there any nuts in it?
Then ate it when it had
So
They're so good. I let her say
Gail, Carly, and Toby.
Cinnamon up in the present.
Let's go.
Any of yours
More
for 10 minutes?
food.
No. Okay.
Museums.
Instead of drinking taste.
See the food.
Oh, meatballs?
Victory.
That's all like your underwear.
All the food. Oh, I can smell.
Okay, you guys. Looks like they got plenty to cheer too. Good. We'll wait for questions till later. Okay.
From here.
So,
What's that smell?
It's
so
so good.
it's unnecessary. So, what was the problem that you were trying to solve?
It's all in the slide.
Follow the slide. Well, here's the. Feed me.
Oh yeah, you have to press it.
It is very delicious. It's good.
It's a great party snack. It's a great team building experience. So these are like pictures that we used. And then the sources, that was like where we got the recipe, and then the pictures are from Google. So
Is there 10 of these?
yeah, I think there's 6.
Okay.
We imagined that it would be flavorful. We imagined it would be full of cinnamon and sugar.
We imagined it would be round.
We wanted it to be good tasting. We did not want it to be
Okay.
bad.
Imagined it with icing.
They were good. Or sometimes.
We planned that it would look like that.
And we wanted it to taste flavorful and delicious.
Maybe we can add what is for the plan? What would be the basic recipe? What do you use to make it?
Cinnamon.
Is that in here?
Yeah. So the dough, that's how you make the dough.
It's
for
not
it.
tapping.
Oh, yes. And then the sugar coating, we use that. And we use wheat flour.
Or it's the only option we have.
Okay.
Those are secrets.
So this is your plan.
We would have looked for what people say about pretzel bites by handing it out to people and seeing if they like it, so we can see how we should improve and make it better. To make our project better, we would add icing and dip them in it and make it more, and add more cinnamon. And add more flavor.
Yeah, improve.
Add icing to dip them in for a better taste. Make them rounder. Add more cinnamon sugar.
Any questions?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a question. Why did you put a blonde fish there?
I don't know.
What
It
is
was
that?
your idea. Yeah, it was. Lily.
So, my question is.
It's Thursday. Come on. Ask a question.
That's what I was gonna do. Would you guys like? I guess like put necessarily in them besides like cinnamon in that.
We just use dough. Like, there's no there's no nuts in it. So you
Okay.
can be safe.
Thanks.
dough.
There's no mint.
Okay.
Yes, I agree.
If you did make different types of those and not like cinnamon and they had nuts in them, how would you?
This, we don't need these theoretical things. Ask about what they mean, okay?
Yeah, I don't have a question.
Of real.
How many you guys made?
57.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
The
We
purple
had
one.
a
We
big amount
we
of
made
dough left.
3 for everyone, but then we realized it's probably too much.
I'll
So-
take 3.
Oh, I have 3.
Are they gluten free?
Yeah.
No, they're not.
No.
If you use wheat flour, then
Okay, fine. Not gluten free.
That's it.
Good job, good job.
Ooh, yay, more food! We're gonna be full after this class.
Oh, yeah, boy.
Grandma wanted to.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you're going way too far. Hey,
Hey, Petey.
hey, am I saying things that we're not? Okay. In general, that's very good. We do not need to be so loud in between our presentation.
Daddy said she's scared.
Okay. So, this is our last one for today. We're not making noise. Don't. Stop. Okay. So, ready? You have to go to the bathroom?
Go see him.
They haven't started it. You go. It's fine. For today. Okay. So, what was the problem that you were trying to solve?
The problem we're trying to solve is like hunger, like because a lot of people in the world are hungry, and even after lunch, I know some people are still hungry.
Okay.
So we made a food in case those people are still hungry, or for the world not to solve a world problem of people not being hungry.
I talked to them too. Okay. So, sorry about that. So, what did you kind of investigate, imagine the things that you could make?
So we originally kind of planned trying to make cupcakes, but instead of like the cupcake, it was cookies pushed into a cupcake mold. But that didn't go well because we didn't know how to make that. So we gave up on that. Decided to just go with cookies and cupcakes.
And we made both in case, like, let's say Olivia liked cupcakes, but
Carly liked cookies.
yeah, so we made both in case one person doesn't like one.
And we also made some without, well, she made some without frosting.
So, I guess let's get into specific. What sort of stuff did you put in them, and like, how did you have to make them?
Well, for the cupcakes, we first had to mix all the dry ingredients into a bowl, which were flour, salt, baking powder, and sugar. And then blended it in a bowl, and then we put all the wet ingredients: eggs, milk, water, and vanilla. Mix them all and then put them together and put them in the cupcake liners, and then in the oven.
Well, I don't really know the recipe for these because I made them with my grandma and she didn't really tell me the recipe. I just brought this up, but I don't remember what's in it. I know there's chocolate chips though.
I know there's chocolate chips, there's probably flour,
Eggs.
and water. That kind
No peanut butter. Don't worry. We're good.
of no nuts.
Okay. So, I think definitely an improve would be to pay attention and maybe get those.
Yes.
Okay. So, have you tested them out? What are you looking for?
We were hoping that our recipe would be tasty. I gave my mom and we let me, my mom, and my brother taste one. And they all liked them, so we decided to go.
For the cookies,
Charlie, can you listen?
my grandma and I made like 35, so we've got plenty enough. So I had a couple of my older friends come by and they tasted like two of them, like tasted some, and they said that the cookies were pretty good.
Yeah, my brother took two because he liked them so much. Too. So,
Really good. Like, so, okay, what about Valeria?
Valeria, sorry, not Valeria.
Should not be problem. Okay.
And another thing we would improve on was like doing more surveys to see what else people like. Yeah. And we also have sprinkles in my locker in case anyone wants sprinkles.
Okay.
Was
Did you get there?
Okay.
Okay. So, anything else you want to say before questions?
No, thank you.
Yes, Olivia.
Okay, I got a question. Can I have a cupcake and a cookie?
Maybe because we don't have a lot of cupcakes.
We have enough for every single person in this class.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's okay.
So everyone can have one cupcake and one cookie.
That's fine, because we get extra stuff.
Okay.
What about 2 cookies?
So why are we just
Oh,
talking?
yes.
Where's my man here?
Because I forgot to bring them. In here.
She put poison in them.
Why did you frosting screen?
Okay, they're still in the presentation. It's still not talk time, guys.
How many cookies did you make?
Like 35.
And there's like plenty. 18 cupcakes.
18. How many people do we have?
Brayden. Okay. Any last questions there? Okay, so let's give him a round of applause. Okay. You're next to each other to take a picture.
Ooh, Among Us, friend.
Patty, you can have that
Family
one.
thinks that was a good idea.
Patty can have that one.
I'm like,
And so can you, Olivia.
What?
No.
What should I have?
So
You can have that one.
Okay.
take the other two lips off so we can take a picture.
No. Yeah, I already did.
Okay.
This pan is for the night.
Okay, so try to take a picture. Work with me here. Okay. Settle down. Here, how about we just do it like this? Okay. Here, you want to?
I don't think so.
You're gonna even have smell it.
Hold on. Hold on. Just stand there for a second.
I didn't want to taste it.
Guys, you go that way. Okay,
Hickory, stop.
you'll get.
Please
Please stop talking. We're done with the presentations, but I'm not done talking here. Okay? Okay, it is not 3 o'clock. Keep your hands to yourselves. Okay, so just want to remind you, since we have, I guess, 6 presentations, and okay, I should have put that. We had Braden's catapult that we'll take a look at too. After the presentation here, let alone. Okay, hands off, please. Okay, the we'll set up back there by Ada. If you're sharing food, okay, you can go on the black table. We'll start with the people that have presented Make It Fair already, and then we'll do people that haven't presented Make It Fair yet. Okay, maybe everything would be in the order they presented. I don't know. It'll take me just a little bit to put together the vote, and I'll explain that. And then maybe the last little bit, we'll go outside and test Braden's catapult. Okay, Ross, what's your question? Once I'm done here, yes, you can. Okay. So, with that, I guess we're done. Okay. How about people with food? Head back there first.
Okay, can we just walk?
Okay.
Maybe they have some